Hello students, I hope that you're fine at home. Welcome to your English class. For this class you will need your notebook, write a comment or your name in chat to take attendance. You will need to take notes and send a picture to my email today as much as possible. To start, we have this activity that is like a brainstorm, but we are going to use this chart that is called idea wheel chart. First of all, please draw this chart in your notebook, and then with a timer you will complete it. We have the main topic in the center, that is personality and behavior, and around you have to write adjectives related to it. Here I have an example that is polite. Now that you finish, check the spelling of your words. Remember, you can pause the video whenever you need it. Now let's share a bit with the class, checking what adjectives that you wrote are positive and which ones are negative. Try to identify them there in your chart. And also, if you want to, you can share one positive and one negative in the comments or in the chat. As you have noticed in the previous exercise, today we will review and learn vocabulary about personality and behavior. We will do this through some slides with pictures and the concept. The first one is defiant. Defiant. Like the dogs that you are hearing barking, they are defiant. Now we have polite. Like the same dogs, they are not being polite because they are barking all the time while I'm trying to make this video. The word is polite. Then we have obnoxious. Some people think that Donald Trump is an obnoxious person. I consider that my neighbor's dog is obnoxious. Here we have generous. Maybe my neighbor should be generous with me feeding his dog. Generous is the other word here in this vocabulary. Stubborn is other adjective we can use when we talk about personality or behavior. Stubborn. Here we have thoughtful. And as you can see in the picture, this boy is well behaved. Respectful. Here we can see respectful. In this picture we can see the children are spiteful. We can use also the adjective nasty. Flexible. Here we have flexible. No physically, but in your behavior with others. Moody. Other adjective, moody. Here in this visual we can see the adjective rebellious. Rebellious. Rude. Other adjective, rude. Charming. As you can see, Leonardo DiCaprio, he is charming. Unselfish. When we share with others or things. In this picture we can see the adjective tolerant. Here we have disrespectful. Okay, after checking some adjectives, now we will review a bit about idioms in the part of word XP. An idiom is a group of words in a fixed order that have a particular meaning that is different from the meanings of each word on its own. We cannot translate idioms literally. Why? Here we have some examples. In the number one, we have he is full of beans. If we translate this literally, it would seem that maybe this man has beans in his stomach. But that is not the proper translation. This would be like he has lots of energy. That is the meaning of this idiom. Example 2. It is raining cats and dogs. Obviously, this is impossible, but as an idiom, the meaning is it is raining a lot. Next example, I am all ears. This means that you have my attention, you should talk, and I can listen to you. These are idioms. In Spanish we have like the same that are dichos. For example, when it's raining a lot, we say está lloviendo a cántaros. Or also we say, like to be intelligent, ponte trucha, and so on. Idioms are like dichos for us in Spanish. In English we can find a lot of idioms. Some of them are related to verbs, to specific objects such as animals, a fruit, and so on. We have a chart here with 5 idioms and their meaning. You will find these idioms in an exercise for the next class, so it is important that you know the meaning. Number 1 is be a nightmare. The meaning is a situation, event, thing, or person that is terrible and hard to deal with. You can say, oh, my teacher is a nightmare. The next one we have do something for a giggle. This one means to play a joke. Then we have the last laugh. This is like in Spanish. It's like al que ría lo último ríe mejor. So we use risa también. The meaning is to be victorious over one's opponents or critics. Then number 4 is get a rude awakening. This means surprising and unpleasant discovery that one is mistaken. And the last one, open up to someone. This is revealing things about oneself that you wouldn't talk about to just anyone. Try to check these idioms. You can find a lot in the internet if you want to check more. And also we can use them but not all the time. So maybe in specific situations we can use idioms, but not all the time because maybe our speech could sound very, very weird. Right, time to practice. Use the vocabulary seen in this class and describe your personality and behavior. We have a chart over here, so you need to describe your personality in 50 words and your behavior the same in 50 words more or less. Try to use the vocabulary seen as much as possible. And that's all for today, students. Thank you very much for your attention. Please do not forget to send your pictures of your notes and examples to my email as soon as possible. And if you have questions, let me know by an email or a message. Thank you very much, students. See you next class.